This astig move is brought to you by Jack and Jill Iceman Candy. Ilabas ang tapang. Excellent behind the back ball fake by R.R. Garcia. Completely fooling the defense, and R.R. with double figures with 14 points.
Ang decision dito ni Coach Koy Banal is to bring back Denok Miranda in place of Chico Lanete and not R.R. So R.R. and Miranda, two clutch shooters ng Barako, teaming together now.
Four-point game in favor of Barako Bull. Under 5 minutes left in the payoff period. If Barako Bull wins, they will get win number 2. And they will also shatter the immaculate record of Alaska. Miranda. Shot clock out to 6. Intal goes baseline. JC Intal goes all the way.
Baseline move by JC. Hindi nag-react yung depensa ron, ha? High-flying maneuver by JC.
Montiveros gets the ball back. Abueva. Abueva loses the ball. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Barako Bull still ahead by 6.
At this point, Coach Alex Compton looking to bring in a shooter. Perhaps Jesus should check in for Eximiliano because it gives him at least an option to hit the outside shot.
The ball go back to the Aces with 3:38 remaining in the fourth. Yan ang Mangwan Pinoy Play of the Half mula kay JC Intal. 100% galing ng Pinoy mula sa Mangwan, packed with sarap ng Pinoy. You can imagine, Bianca Gonzalez is shrieking somewhere in delight because of that move by his or by her husband-to-be. Sel, what do you have for us? Sel? Okay. Well, we'll get to Sel in a bit. Meantime, here's Mick Penisi. R.R. Garcia, Big Penisi, JC Intal, Willie Wilson, and Denok Miranda are on the floor for Barako Bull. 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 5 to shoot. Garcia, great move. But a help defender bothered Garcia there. And now Barako with only 1 second to work with as we go to Sel.
Paalala ni Coach Koy Banal kanina na dapat lapitan pa nila ang Alaska. I think he meant that with a smaller lead, dapat mas matindi pa ang kanilang pagdedepensa. Balik sa inyo.
And what about this play here for Barako Bull? 1 second to go. Hindi pumasok yung tira ni Vic Pinisi. Siya din na nakakuha ng, well, actually, he tapped the ball loose. And Barako with a fresh 24.
So Koy Banal wanted a 30-second timeout. His team is up by 6, 77-71. Barako Bull, they've been stubbornly protecting this lead. As we check this, High Satibay rebound brought to you by Eagle Cement. High Satibay. You know, that 6-7 point barrier is something that Alaska cannot seem to penetrate.
Yung highlights nila kanina, the reason kung bakit nakabalik ang Alaska was because they were passing the ball around. But when they're not, that's when their offense bogs down. A lot of players trying to do things on their own. Kanya tuloy, nagkakaroon ng discoordination yung kanilang offense.
This happy moment brought to you by Happy Mobile. Happiness is on hand. 9 to shoot for Barako Bull. Denok on the right side. Back to R.R. Garcia. Garcia inside. Top shot. Rebound, Abueva. And a foul in the backcourt by Willie Wilson.
Neither team in the penalty. 27 to go. Denok Miranda, hindi na naka-score after hitting a three-point basket early in the third period. But he has played a big role here for Barako.
Abueva. Outside. Hazul for three. Well, things are looking good for Barako Bull. They're on top by 6 as we enter the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter.
And they're milking the clock right now.
Last 2 minutes brought to you by Outmass Battery. Start agad. And a basket here for Barako Bull will give them an 8-point lead. Manuel.
There's an offensive foul. So things not falling into place here for Alex Compton. This was the nightmare that he was referring to. Nung tinalo nila yung Blackwater and they shot only 33% from the floor. And now it's happening again. It's their execution in offense. That has been a big problem para sa kanila. And although they staked themselves to a 6-0 record, now you see a weakness in the armor of Alaska, something that they still need to improve on.
Calvin Abueva with 11 rebounds. Quickly to Manuel. Vic Manuel will get the layup. It's a 6-point game with 1 minute and 10 remaining in the fourth and final quarter. That's doable if you're
Very
Alaska.
doable. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a 2-possession game with over a minute to go. Ito yung napakagandang pasa. Again, you have an assist coming from Calvin.
And that fast break is brought to you by Smart Bro, tomorrow's internet. But this is that 6-point barrier that, for one reason or another, the Aces have not been able to penetrate. Barako Bull clinging to this advantage as we listen in. Over in Cagayan de Oro on Saturday, Alaska will face Global Port over at the Xavier University gym.
And Global Port's confidence is sky high now after upsetting Talk and Text last night. And that guy is Terence Romeo, scoring 30 points with no turnover. To lead the charge para sa Batang Pierre.
So if in case Alaska does not win this game, that's a tough way to try and bounce back. Try and do it against Global Port.
Tama, especially since ang confidence ng Global Port napakataas at this point. But this game is not over. Looking to trap Nick Pinisi.
Here's Intal. Of course, Barako Bull with no intentions to rush. 10 to shoot. Denok Miranda. Denok fires. Oh, huge basket for Denok.
He did it again. Paubos na ang shot clock ng Barako Bull. And he got the basket once more. That's 21 now for Denok.
Here's that shot by Denok.
Nice stutter step. Nandun yung depensa ni JV Casio. That's just too good offense on the part of Miranda.
JV, take the ball out. Okay? Don, you're here. Sonny, you're here. Okay? RJ, you're here. Okay? Calvin, you're here. Okay? This is what I want to happen. Screen for RJ. RJ, go opposite. Screen for Don. Sonny, you're going to the post. We're looking for Sonny here. JV, screen for Calvin. Calvin, after you screen dive. Okay? Calvin, yung bola pupunta sa'yo dito. Huwag kang
For
tumira.
more exclusive
Sonny, as soon as you
content
hit
para sa
Calvin,
mga behind-the-scenes updates at pre- and post-game analysis, log on sa www.sports5.ph. Mapaparoon nyo rin ang bawat PBA game on live streaming. Don't miss a second of your PBA. Log on to sports5.ph. Options here for the Aces.
All time against the side of Alaska. Kailangan nila quick basket. You also notice that Barako, wala pa sila sa penalty. No? They have 2 fouls to give. So a lot of things going in favor of Barako here in the end game. But they need to score right away so that they can get back possession.
Missed by Abueva. Rebound, Willie Wilson, and things are looking very good for Barako Bull.
That was the basket that Alaska had to make. And now the lead up to 8. Wala pa naman sa penalty yung Alaska, but they need to be in the penalty to put Barako on the line. Now nasa penalty na ang Alaska. And Koy Banal, showing that his team can play the kind of defense that Koy Banal has been known for. I mean, he has established a reputation as a good defensive coach, holding Alaska down to 73, and the game before, Kia was held to 71.
One out of 2 for R.R. Garcia. It is 82-73 in favor of Barako Bull. Alaska could be less than 40 seconds away from absorbing their first loss. Right now, Alaska needs a miracle of biblical proportions because of the time remaining.
And also the big gap, the 9-point difference between the scores. They're looking for a 3-point shot.
London. JV Castro for 3. JV gets his own miss. Azul to Abueva, and Abueva, that shot was blocked by Jake Pascual. And R.R. Garcia gets away for 2.
Garcia, what a brilliant performance. 17 points for the point guard. It's been the guards of Barako keying the charge. Garcia with 17, si Miranda with 21. And what about Chico Lanete, also contributing big numbers in that third period? He had 6 out of his 8.
There's a block by Jake Pascual, and then R.R. Garcia will not waste any time. He goes in for 2.
So with this impending loss of Alaska, no more undefeated team in the PBA.
We'll try and savor this picture because by the time we're done, Alaska will go to 6-1.
Yes.
And then you have teams like San Miguel, Ginebra, Rayners, and interested with that development.
Well, it makes things very, very interesting because hindi na nagkakalayo. You've got teams with just 2 losses, some teams with 3 losses.
Calvin Abueva still going strong here with only 13 seconds remaining. What happened to Alaska in this one?
I thought more than that, more than its failure to execute sa kanilang offensa, I thought Barako did an excellent job defensively, and Calvin deliberately missing that shot so that he could possibly get an offensive rebound. And it looks like it worked. Now Alaska has another opportunity, but they will review the video monitor.
If he could read the lips of Coach Koy Banal, he said wala nang magpa-foul. Here's that intentional miss by Calvin, and our officials are reviewing, trying to make sure who touched the ball last.
But with 11.5 seconds to go, and the lead is 9. Alaska held to only 75 points in this game.
Ontiveros will take the 3. and Barako Bull. They will be the first team to beat Alaska here in the PBA Philippine Cup.
And Bueva still giving up the foul with 2.8 seconds to go.
R. Garcia, one of the heroes of Barako Bull today.
Yes. Coach Alex Conklin signaling that they will not call a timeout any longer with 2.8 seconds to go. And they'll just run this out. Oh, still could score. Yes.
We're not yet done. With
Oh.
9/10 of a second here remaining.
So again, that gamble to give up the foul with 2.8 seconds to go. Naglista sa Barako Bull, but they have a chance here to score a three-point play. So, you know, if you're chasing the quotient system and you know that every point counts, that gamble was a good one on the part of Alaska.
Barako Bull will beat Alaska. And Barako Bull will get win number 2. They'll move up to 2 and 5. And Alaska will absorb their very first setback here in the tournament. Final score is 85-78. As we introduce our best player, our Cord best player of the game, brought to you by Cord Marine Epoxy. Sintigas ng bakal, sintibay ng bato, sintatag ng isang blocking semento.
Well, 21 points, 4 out of 5 from 3-point distance. Meron pa siya 3 assists. At si Dennis Miranda showed his poise at saka his clutch shooting in this game. Ilang beses yun that he was able to beat the shot clock for timely hits. I thought might have been at least 3 times. 2 of them with 3-point shots.
Dito nagtatapos ang ating live coverage ng 2015 PBA Philippine Cup on TV5 and Action TV. Pero tuloy-tuloy pa ang ating post-game coverage with interviews, highlights at analysis. Kaya mag-log on lang sa sports5.ph.